We are here for the International Oral Diseases Case Presentation Conference 2024. And why? Why would you choose to attend this conference rather than another conference? We know there are conferences galore, right? So why would you do that? Well, really, because this is a very different conference. We have a galaxy of speakers, the very best. Thank you, Dr. Soundarya. So, the very best from around the world, we have a range of topics, right from something as rare as how you would use CBCT to diagnose diabetes, to oral submucous fibrosis, to lichen planus, to the management of trismus, to, of course, permanently oral cancer and pre-cancer, to fibroosseous diseases, unsolved cases. I really can't give you the whole list. You can go through the agenda and find it. It is magnificent. At any point, if you had to listen to these people, we know you would have to really travel and, of course, spend a lot of money, but also go through the whole trouble of, traveling. And still, if you're traveling outside, you will reach somewhere and you will be jet lagged and you may miss some of it. And that is not repeatable. But here, our conference, everything is repeatable. You have access throughout the conference to replays of whatever has happened, but you also have access to it for 15 days afterwards. So another thing that we have is that, when you think about case discussion, so why case discussion? Mainly because it's the way we learn. It's the best way we learn. And we conduct these case discussions because most of the time now we know, journals do not accept cases. So but there is still a wealth of information there. This is actually what we do. Research is good, research is essential, but research takes time to come into practice. Case management, case diagnosis is actually real time. It is what has happened, someone else has done it, and we can use it. So it is always great. And we have a very rare and interesting way is that we have experts discussing this. And this is what Dr. Anita Borges
To
said.
this fascinating conference, where young people present their cases and open themselves up to being questioned. I think there's nothing better than that for anybody to learn.
Very true. And really, there is nothing better than that. And also, we actually, ma'am said about young people, but frankly, we have had even HODs involved because finally everyone wants to learn. There is no age, there is no seniority limit on learning, and there is nobody in this world who knows everything. So, this is really the thing about our case presentations. And hearing it is great, presenting is great. And if you have still not, submitted your abstract but would like to, the deadline has been extended till tomorrow, and I will also go through rapidly about how to do the submission in a little while. And of course, I forgot to mention that uh, everybody who attends or who presents will get a certificate that will marvelously have logos and acceptance of 21 organizations from around the world, as you can see in the names below. You will also have a chance to win the best paper or the best poster award in two different categories, which is the case and in the single case and case series. You will also get published in a book with an ISBN number, which, as you know, means it can be cited. But it also, because it is only the abstracts, it does not interfere with you going on and actually publishing the paper again or the case again. But beyond everything, I mean, you have heard of, especially in India, we have destination weddings, we also have destination conferences. But why does the destination always have to be physical? The destination can as well be as in this case, virtual because it is so totally different. This is a glimpse of what our platform is going to look like, but I will show you more detail a little later. And frankly, at the end of it, it's just that you can do it. You can attend something like this on a platform that is otherwise used by the likes of Amazon. And just because, of course, as you know, Oral Pathology 360 is a non-profit, we have, as usual, tried to bear the main burden and we have kept the costs very low. But that is also another reason I would request you definitely to register. It makes a difference. And I would really love to have a situation where we have a really great number of people, because that makes it so much more fun to interact. Okay, now this is where we come to the screen share, and where I realized the first round that I was not sharing my screen. I mean, I was not sharing my voice, I'm sorry. Okay, there is not no such a thing as a perfect platform. Every one of them has minor glitches. So let's say how you want to, find the conference and register. In case you have actually never still visited our website, that way where it is easy to find. And here we are. Really very easy and very straightforward. Okay. And you don't need to know exactly on which page it is. Of course, it is right on top in the conferences tab. But you can also do the shortcut and go down here. It also tells you how many days are left. And here we are at the conference tab. Of course, here you have the regular, you have a few, key points. I just realized that maybe my mic is too far. Okay. And if you want to just hop to a certain section, you can click on these tabs, and it'll just take you there. Otherwise, you can scroll down. And if you click on this VFairs, you see a video about the platform. So you have an idea what the platform is like. Now, going through, of course, here is the thing, and there is the why attend, which is what something I just told you. Who should attend? Essentially, anybody who has an interest in the oral and maxillofacial pathologies and their diagnosis and their management. Okay, to be clear, we are not discussing for our oral surgeon friends so that they do not feel cheated. We are not doing detailed surgical techniques. Okay, we will discuss management, but it is non surgical or it goes to the point of saying excision was done. Okay, so that was just to be very clear. So registration is down here. Depending on what you want to register as, national or international, you just click on that. And there is one thing I would like to clear for our international colleagues. Now, since there is no more early bird, so there is no coupon, and you just say pay with PayPal. And don't get confused, it doesn't necessarily need PayPal. You just need to go down, and it basically here is your card details. Okay, it says pay with debit or credit. Okay, so that was that. And by the way, if you see me constantly looking away, that's because that's the screen I'm sharing from. And don't wonder why am I kind of going a little funny eyed. So, right now, once you do you finish the payment, you will get an email, and you need to wait for that email. You need to wait for an email which you will get from the company called VFairs, which is the platform. Once they send you an email, they will have, now the reason is they will have whitelisted your email ID. Without your email ID being whitelisted, even if you go to the platform, you cannot actually log in. So this is the platform you will go to. Once you click on the link which is in the email that they send you, and here now you will have to just say login, and here you have to enter your email. Once you enter your email, you will be able to log in. Of course, if I just say put this and I say login, because I'm not already on the system, it says you're not there. And otherwise, you have to fill this form. So this is the registration it is talking about. The new registration now is not about paying again. Okay, just there's a sound there. So now I'm a little paranoid. Yeah, okay, it's there. All right, sorry. So this is the registration it's talking about. It's basically like when you fill up a registration form. This is the one. And once you save this, then you will be able to go to the next login, which you will be also able to actually, send your abstracts and things like that. But if your email has still not been added, it will not let you go ahead and it will say your email is not valid. Okay, so um, okay. Oh, sorry, I have to change this, right? So once you are actually into the platform, this is where it is. And let's start from the outside. So you see what's going to happen on that day, right? What? Okay. You got a glimpse of the exterior, and that is where you're going to end up. When you log into the system, you will see the exterior, but from there, you can also see all these parts. And this is the lobby, the picture you're seeing, and this will be the auditorium. So every time you want to see what is there, you will have to come here and click on this, and it will tell you what are the sessions. This is still not the actual agenda, we just need to update it, but that is what will happen. So you will know what is happening, what is live, what is a replay, when you can attend it, and that's where it will be. This is the lobby. From here you can enter the lounge and different parts, but we have still not connected it. On that day, when you click on any of these, you will actually be able to enter that section. Coming to the abstracts, so now basically this is where you will submit your abstract. So there is poster submission, and this is straightforward. It takes you to a Google form, right? And it is also an oral paper submission. So this is the oral presentations, that's the poster presentations. And to be very clear, if you are submitting for an oral presentation and it is not accepted for whatever reason, then we will already consider it automatically for a poster presentation. If it is still not possible, we will let you know, but otherwise it will go in for posters. So now the difference basically between the uh, posters and the oral submissions on the day of the event and going towards the event, I mean reaching up to the event, is once you get your information that your paper has been accepted, there are some things you will have to do. If it's an oral presentation, you will have to make a recording of the presentation, which means you can either use Zoom or you can use PowerPoint, and you record, your presentation slides along with a voiceover, only your voice. There is no need to include your camera feed, and you will have a video. That video you have to send to us latest by the 20th, I believe, is the date I have given, but really much before that is good, because we are going to add subtitles to all of this. We have to run tests and see that everything works well. Why do we ask you to give a video and not just come on that day and present? Because last time a couple of our presenters, due to network connections, could not present. So to avoid that, now we are taking again the majority of the work. We will take the video from you. On that day, we will play the video from our setup, which is, and I shouldn't jinx it, but it is normally quite dependable. We will share it from this setup, and then you will be there. Of course, you will have a live discussion. You can just turn on your camera and have a live discussion, answer questions, interact, and that is how it will go. So that is for the live presentation. For the posters, there is going to be a PDF of the poster that you will give, and it will be seen as people go into the poster hall. It will be actually seen, and below that, there will be a thumbnail picture of it, and also you can add a 3-minute video which will be uploaded there, and it will play when someone clicks. Everyone who visits will have a chance to decide whether they want to, just watch see the PDF, they want to see the thumbnail, they want to actually interact, and see the video. It really is entirely up to what they want. Another thing you can see here, if I find my mouse, it will be nice. Right. Now, during the whole time, and in fact, as you can see, it is already active. So if you are there and you happen to be on the platform at around the time when someone else is on the platform, you will see them. So right now it's showing me there. Now this helps. Why? Because anytime during the conference, in whatever section, if you go on the people tab, you will see who all are actually there at that point and who all are registered but may not be there. So you can send people messages, you can request for their contact details, you can set up an instantaneous video chat, this can be done between the participants, with the speakers, with us in the admin. It can also be done with people in the trade, where we have the trade setup. Hopefully, we will have some very good, I'm looking forward to some very good booths and exhibit in the exhibit hall. So, right, this is the exhibit hall. So this is where you will see, you will get let me turn this out. Right, so they are also completely branded. By the time we are finished, each exhibit hall will have the branding of the person displaying their content. And you can even go directly to their website. If they have a shop, you can go directly to their shop. There you can do a lot of things. They, you could chat with them. They could send you a presentation. There could be a video. You could set up a meeting. And also, whatever you see, when you see a document you like, you see a handout that you like, you connect with someone and you like, their or you want to meet up with them again, and you don't want to have to sit and enter names and details at that moment, just keep adding everything to the swag bag. Okay, no heavy conference bag to carry. There is something called a swag bag. Okay, it's all digitally collected. Everything you click on lands up in the bag, and it's electronic. So at the end of the conference, at the end of the day, you can just email the contents to yourself, and it will all be there for you to see where and when you have the time and the inclination to do so. So that is another thing, that is the swag bag. And yeah, I think I have sort of covered. Of course, the setup also allows us to have, open discussions, open platforms. Like, for example, there is a lounge which we are not seeing right now, but the lounge is going to be an open area. You go in there, you put on your camera, and you can see who else is there. You can sit and chat. It's basically just the lounge. You can bring your own cup of coffee and sit at your desktop, and well, you can chat with everyone else. So you bring the coffee, we provide the ambience. And you can do that. We also have some roundtable sessions where you will be able to just, we are going to put a topic, and most likely, I would not promise as yet, but get some of our international or global, actually, everybody is global for everybody else. So we will get a few of the speakers to interact with you in an open manner in these sessions, so that you can just talk to them, not necessarily relating to what they have presented. All right. So with that, I guess we have done the platform and why it is very nice. There was I wanted to share with you all the right. I keep getting asked, and I have been telling everyone, please check the abstract submission details. These are the guidelines, right? And it is there. If you see it in the most of the posts that we have sent out, it is also there on the website. On the website now, when you click on the abstract submission, it literally brings you here. So this is something you need to read, because it tells you what you can present, what are the things that are mandatory before you can present it. Okay, and the fact, for example, and some interesting information, like the fact that every quarter who is registered for the conference will get a quarter, what is it called, certificate. Right, it also gives you the guidelines of how to choose a single case, how to choose your case series. I really don't want to bore you all by going through it. Please go and read it. And very important is patient anonymity. This we have taken very seriously, because the last time we had a few images, we had a few details which were not following patient anonymity. Now, always the onus is on us as doctors. The person who has received those details from a patient should be the one taking care. And I would request all of you to follow this very, very, very strictly. I mean, of course, everybody knows not to include the name, but there are some additional details which are now considered very necessary. For example, do not disclose the name of your own institution, because again, that gives location, that gives a place. Do not disclose the name of your city. Do not disclose the patient's exact age. Instead of saying someone who is 22 years old, you can always say early 20s. Okay, so these are the ways that you have to follow for anonymity It's all given there. Please be very clear about it. This checklist was just so that you know that you got everything together, right? And okay, this is again just the details. This is the format, very strictly the abstract. Please remember, because we are going to be publishing these in a book, they have to be uniform, otherwise, it just doesn't look right. And we cannot do the editing of changing every one of these, getting back to you. So it needs to be uniformly 150 words. If it is below 150 words and if it's too much, we will just truncate it or we will exclude it. I'm very, very sorry, but that's going to happen. Okay, so this you just follow. Also, see that it's all there. You do not use slang like lab. Do not use any cryptic short forms. Do not use things at random. Have proper keywords. You need a structured format, and we have actually given you a sample abstract, which is not even, it is I think 130 words, so it's definitely not crossing the word limit also, and that is the perfect one that you need to follow. Okay, out here is another thing that you need to follow. It is on the last page. I agree that was a little misfortunate placement. I should have also included it earlier. I'm sorry, but it is very important that your title does not just say interesting case. That means nothing. I hate to say it, but that is like next to zero as far as why someone should read it, why someone should, be interested in it. Please do not play cryptic games with these. These are not meant to be cryptic, they are meant to be informative. So, actually, all right. Actually say what it is about. So, the details are given there again. And again, now this is for when you hopefully are preparing your actual abstract which you will be submitting. Also remember, with every abstract we require you to give one image that would preferably be from among the images you're going to use for the presentation, because again this is going to be a part of the book. So it needs to be high resolution, it needs to be relevant, it should not be copyrighted and belong to somebody else, definitely. So these are the things that you need to follow, right? And of course the auto release form, and please see that it has two sections. The first section, which requires one signature, is about the conference, sharing the content afterwards, maybe putting some of the cases on YouTube, maybe. And that will not be done without specifically asking you. The whole case will not be shared, but we could have glimpses or images of it. So basically that's what you are giving us a permission to use. On the other hand, the next half is about the abstract, printing the abstract. So that is the thing. And yes, another thing I feel I should talk to everybody about is yeah, right. Two things. Okay, before we do this, I want to talk to you all about the time zone. Now, what does it mean? A lot of people are wondering what is the big deal about the 48 hours, and what really happens. So, the thing with the 48 hours is, maybe I will just show you, and please do not get afraid. This is not the final and proper. Um, I'm going to share with you all the agenda as it is prepared. So, you get an idea, right? So these are the sessions right now. And by the way, we have named the 7 sessions after some of the legends who are sadly not with us anymore, starting the first session with Professor Johnson, who passed away very recently. So this is how it works. Now we have these timing. Okay. So we are starting on the 3rd at 2 o'clock IST. Now this could be different times, of course, around the world. But then the session ends at 5:30. Okay. At 5:30 till 7 o'clock, that is 1730 to 1900, actually we will not have replay here, we will have a discussion forum. But later on you will see that the timing, like there is a time when we are having sessions at 7 o'clock in the morning. There is even at 10 o'clock in the night, as far as IST goes, right? Now, those are replayed subsequently. And the reason for these very odd timings, to depending on which part of the world you're at, is that everybody gets, we do have a global audience, so we want everyone from all over the world to be able to participate in some part of this life. And of course, also because that's the only way we can get our multitude of speakers from around the world. So we are not limited by a specific time zone. And that is really one of the best parts of it. That is what really makes a difference to this. And that is why. But in 48 hours, we have 24 hours of live program. And this is something else you need to know. Another thing is we have, you can help us by connecting us or by finding anyone who would want to exhibit anything, sponsor anything during the session that brings us information that also helps us with the costs, which are, as you might have imagined, with that platform, quite high. And you can additionally help us. By the way, the costs are like the costs of the conference itself at the basic minimum. So there are possibilities of sponsorship starting from as low as 6,500 rupees or 75 USD, and there is a possibility of donating also. Another thing you can do is you can help us connect with members of the trade or someone you think who has something that would be useful to bring to our audience for them to sponsor. So that helps us and that helps them. Finally, it has to be something that is good for everybody, for you all as attendees, for us as organizers, and definitely for the person who brings the content. So, all right, and oh, I forgot this. And of course, this is again our list of partners. Okay, I think I've gone through this about at a super fast rate, and I hope I did not speak too fast. Now we can take the time and have a chat, chit chat. I'm also just thinking that um, besides the fact that, of course, it was for 8 minutes, you all did not hear anything. It must have looked ridiculous. Must have looked like I was conducting a mime, like in the old days. Well, and for anybody, please tell anyone who you may be sharing this with or who may watch this afterwards that by tomorrow morning I will trim the 8 minutes. And for today, just sort of jump over the 8 minutes. In fact, I will add that into the comments now. Any of you have any comments? Please share your comments. I love to hear from you all. And it's rare that I actually do a session by myself, which means that I don't get to interact with you all as much as before. So this is a good chance, and actually I enjoy it. So, and let me do this so we can see. Oh, by the way, before I forget, somebody please remind me I have to do the giveaway. I will do it right after this. Let me just do. Okay, now let's do the giveaway. I may forget. And that would be very, very bad. Hi, Bhuvan, and hi, everybody. Yes, today we have with us. Let's just go through the names quickly, quickly. In the meanwhile, okay, that's not with two. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, how the giveaway works is that you have to type in the chat what is here, that is hashtag IODCPC24. And then after a little while, we will run a lucky draw. Now, if you're already registered for the conference and you win, you can always give it to someone else. So, and please start typing. Okay, I can see a question or a comment there. Let me get to it. Dr. Kirti, yes. So, the last date for the submission has been extended to the 3rd. That is very true. That is, I would say tomorrow midnight, IST. Okay, let's call it a quits at that point. And Mm. By the way, while you all are here, you might have noticed that some, like, say, for example, Dr. Bhuvan, okay, his name appears differently and he has a little badge in front of his name. And that's because he's a member of the channel, which means he has, if you see below the video where the video is playing, there are two buttons. One says subscribe, one says join. If you join, there are a number of little interesting perks that you get. Among those is, of course, that you get your own little emojis and your own little sign which says that you've been around for some time. And also, you help us. And if you go for some of the higher levels, then you have some great achievement and you want to share it with the world at large, as long as it is a something related to our work and professional setup, we will share it for you on the Oral Pathology 360 social handles. And we will, of course, congratulate you because we do feel happy when anywhere you do things that are great. Yes, and everybody is typing. Any other questions in the meanwhile? It will be nice to have some questions too. Let's move this here. Okay, now generally I would not do that in the middle of the live stream, but I just thought that when we have comments, they are seen better this way. So, right, so to tell everybody, Dr. Arushi is with us. Yes, and she was the first one who told me I'm not audible. Okay. Dr. Soundarya is there. Dr. Krishna is there. Dr. Madan Raheja is there. Hello, I hope you are well. Dr. Sandhya is there. Hi, Sandhya. And Dr. Sashidhar is there. Dr. Bhuvanov, of course, is there. And Dr. Kirti. Okay, I guess we have the numbers. Let's go and do the thing. Let's do the giveaway. Or should I wait? I just saw something coming in, so wondering. Okay, now, all right, we will do this now. Giveaway. Oh, settings. So we have, right? We're doing this now. Okay, that goes to Dr. Kirti. Now, Dr. Kirti, please remember, please remember, because everybody forgets. First and foremost, congratulations. It will be lovely to have you with us at the conference. But before anything else, you need to share your email with me. Otherwise, I cannot share your prize. So please send me your email. You really can. Info at oralpathology360.com, Mandana at oralpathology360.com. Any of it will work. On WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. Instagram messages, I really don't, you know, check that often. So that would not be the best place, but other places, yes. And just so I know, were you already registered, Dr. Kirti? So, of course, there is a little bit of a lag. Right. Okay, folks, I think we have covered more or less. Oh, okay. What interesting coincidence. So wonderful. So you don't have to register. Okay. All right. So that was. So now please don't register. Just send me your email. Okay. And we have gone through this at, I think, super fast. Sometimes you all should tell me if I speak too fast. Okay. And I don't know, is there anything else that you all want to talk about? Of course, everyone who's here, I think, is otherwise connected with me, so you can also talk to me otherwise. But really, I got to say this is interesting. This is interesting in so many ways, and I'm really excited about the platform, about the conference, about the fact that this is our third year. Who would have thought? This is the third conference. We have had an improvement on so many levels through the 3 years, and we have learned so many things thanks to you all. But really, from the time when I started Oral Pathology 360, and in fact, Dr. Sandhya is here, she was the one who said, it feels like being a star being here. And I felt so happy. And that was a dream. And this is the next level to have, a conference that matches what the best can do. You know, the best of the biggest associations. And I'm not trying to say we are an association. We are not. We are a non-profit. But what I'm trying to say is anything that any fraternity can do, we can do as well. And I'm mighty excited about it. Seriously excited about it. Okay. And right, I think we should go, and since I don't have to give myself a certificate, there's actually something saying certificate copy. Hmm, there is something missing. Okay, I'm sorry, but okay, it is not the certificate. Yes. Coming week, on Tuesday, we have Professor Prasad. He is going to be talking about unleashing AI in oral pathology and oral medicine challenges and opportunities. So he's really going to be talking about, and very interesting part is the challenges and the possible pitfalls. And there is also one more thing which I have to share with you. You take a moment to see if you want to type any other comments, and I will just get that. Sorry for being slightly disorganized, but it's been rather rushed and busy here. So I don't know how many messages I have replied today since morning, telling everybody what is happening, where are their registrations, what they can do. So, yes, this is the other thing I have to share with you, which also is happening this week. This week, yeah, this Saturday. Okay, Journal Club with authors. Please note the time. It's 8:30 in the morning for us. 8:30 IST. And I know it is rather early. Believe me, more than anybody else, I know it's rather early. I'm not a morning person. But well, you have speakers from around the world and you want to really listen to them, there's a price to pay. And that is, everybody knows Dr. Lester Thompson, and this is going to be what we will talk about. I'm sorry, one second. This is how I put off my mic and forget to put it on. Okie dokie, folks. And hi, Vivek. I am so sorry you are a little late for the giveaway. Better luck in the coming week. And I'm sorry. Okay, better I say bye on this note. See you all, folks. Have a lovely time, and have a lovely time. Be safe. Be back. I will be waiting for you.